Hey everyone, today we're going to be making Mandoo, one of my favorite Korean dumplings. For starters, we're going to be putting in some ground pork and beef, kind of get that broken up. And then we're going to add some cabbage. We've got some sliced green onions that are going into the mix. We're gonna I want to sort of start the mixing process so that I don't get this so piled up and then it's too hard to work into the bowl. So I'm mixing this a little bit to kind of get it broken up. We're gonna go ahead and add in some sesame oil. I have a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt that's going in. Get it mixed in. Then we have just a little bit of fish sauce. I like to put that in for that umami and add some meatiness to there. We've got some tofu and onions that are going into the mix. We're gonna go ahead and mix this all together and start to really try to get it evenly blended in. And then lastly, we're gonna go ahead and crack an egg in. The egg's gonna add as a binder. It helps bring all of this together. So the protein in the ground beef and pork plus the egg is gonna be this binding agent that holds all of this mix together. Make sure it's nice and evenly mixed, and then we're gonna go ahead and start making the mandoo themselves. So we've got mandoo skins that we're gonna be using, and you may be asking what's the difference between like mandoo and gyoza and wonton. The fillings are different, but in a mandoo wrapper, in my experience, the wrapper is a little bit thicker and it's chewier than the other versions that you will see out there, the different types of cuisines. So we're gonna put in roughly a tablespoon of filling on top of the mandoo, and I like to make them in batches. So, you know, I'm gonna do 8 here. I'll do 8 at a time. Portion that out, and then we're gonna go ahead and fold them. And so what I'm gonna do here is take the mandoo, and I have some water. I'm gonna just circle the edge with water, and that acts as the glue. Fold it in half and pinch the sides so that it seals, and then gradually I'm gonna fold them over in like a ripple pattern so that we can pinch them all together. I'll do a couple more here for you to see. I'm sealing it, making sure that there are no gaps, and then gradually I'm folding it to get that pleat in there. And that pleat is very characteristic of a mandoo. See all of our little mandoos lined up? The next thing we're gonna do is cook some. So I have a pan with some vegetable oil in there, just a thin layer in the bottom. It's medium-high heat, and I'm putting mandoo in just to cover the bottom layer of the pan. As you can see, I have some space between the mandoo. It's really important. You don't wanna overcrowd the pan. Get them nice and golden, and then we'll flip them over. Really happy with the color here. You see how it's nice and gold, it's not burnt, but that color is gonna give good flavor, and you're gonna get good texture too. So we are gonna do a combination cook. We pan seared them, and now we're adding water, and I'm gonna cover it so that I can steam them. So a pot sticker style here, what we're doing here is it is browned, and you know, it sort of sticks to the pot, then you add the water, it steams and releases itself and unsticks from the pot here. Checking them out, turning them over again. I'm gonna add a little bit more water because they feel a little bit firm. I feel like they need to cook a little longer, so we'll add some water. We'll steam them just a little bit longer, and then they should be good to go. Take them out, we'll drain them, get some of that extra moisture off on a piece of paper towel, and then once we drain them off, we'll go ahead and we'll plate some. Here's our Korean style mandoo, and they look delicious. Now, we did these in a pot sticker way, right? We browned them, and then we put some water to pan steam them. These you can eat deep fried if you wanted to, or you could just steam them depending on, you know, how you want your eating experience to be. Now, the recipe makes a lot, and so what I like to do is make 1 or 2 times the batch, get all my friends together, we drink beer, we have a good time, we make a bunch of them, and then I freeze them, and so then as you need them, you just take them out and then make mandoo. So the best way to do it is in big batches, make them and put them away, and then as you go, bring them out. Super delicious, and the best part about being in Hawaii is all the flavors and the different things we can try. And we have all these Korean panchan here. We've got some tegu, kimchi, cucumbers, and the perfect accompaniment for mandoo. Before I go in for the bite, for more recipes like this, visit us at foodland.com.